Where is Frank? Hello, everybody.
All right.
That was a little.
We had some cool music there.
Yeah, we were having a dance party, and Frank got a little excited.
Yeah.
Ran out of the.
I could hear the other computer. All right. YouTube playing over there. We got multiple places. So tonight.
Yes. What?
We're talking about everything we love Myrtle Beach.
How much time do we have?
I mean, easy. There's going to be some things we're going to talk about that we love about Myrtle Beach. We're going to talk about what it's like in the summer. We've talked about some of this stuff before.
Yeah.
But what it's like, any of our favorite hot spots. What do we not like? We'll talk about it all. So
juicy.
Get the details. Get the deets.
The real deal.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it all. So
yeah.
Where should we? I think that the first thing we should start with is the honest neighborhood breakdown.
Okay.
Which we promised we'd talk about.
Oh, goody.
So, honest neighborhood breakdown. How do we start that? How do we talk about that? I mean, let's just.
I remember when we first moved here and joined with Berkshire Hathaway, and the broker in charge, Marvin Hyde. Hey, Marvin out there. He drove me around town. It was like, these are the hot spots. These are the neighborhoods everybody loves. And it was my first kind of introduction to all the different neighborhoods in the Myrtle Beach area. And it's funny going back to that moment in time and now knowing so well this area. And then what I was thinking then, which is also what buyers experience here when they're going around for the first time. I remember when we first were moving here, we heard about this Carolina Forest area, and we were driving around, and we got onto Carolina Forest Boulevard, and we kept going and going and going. And then we turned around back to 501 because we didn't realize it connected right to River Oaks and International Drive. We went like 30 minutes out of our way when we could have just turned and been at the beach again in 10 minutes. So it's interesting because when you realize how the roads are here, which I was just talking to somebody about, there's certain neighborhoods and areas of town that are easier accessible than others.
Well, yeah. So the question is, when you're talking neighborhoods, look, there's something for everyone. I think that's a piece that needs to be said. It doesn't matter the price point. I would think, what's the lowest you would say you could get into a home in Myrtle Beach?
In the 200s.
Okay. So 200s and up, let's just say, because there's no ceiling really. So 200 and up, you could be in a home in Myrtle Beach. Now, there's the location and quality of home, or condition, I should say.
Condos could be less.
Yeah, but you have to decide how close to the beach you want to be. We happen to like an area called Carolina Forest because it's kind of a little bit outside the hustle and bustle. We do like a certain feel in a community, and we have a son, 10-year-old son, so a little boy. So it depends on if you have a family and what you're looking for and how close to the beach you want to be. But there is something for everyone and every price point.
If we had moved here and did not, so we had Hudson after we moved here. We lived on the oceanfront for a little bit, and then built the first house in Carolina Forest in the second, and we're about to do the third in Carolina Forest. We like that area. But if we didn't have a son and thinking about starting a family and growing that and trying to be in a good school district in a place where there's a lot of families around, then I would have probably picked Market Common because I love walking to places.
You're saying if you weren't going to have a family?
Yeah,
okay.
I would love to live there. And I thought about it as like somebody younger with no kids would be fun, but we've had a ton of clients sell their home because they're like retired, and they sell their home in a traditional neighborhood here, and they move into the Market Common, and we see them around in happy hours whenever we get down that way.
It's kind of funny.
It's and they're just like loving life. But you can walk or get on your golf cart and go to the movies, go to the bookstore, go to lots of restaurants, happy hours.
Well, we also have people that we know, Jim that I was telling you about. A lot of our people we know, they live right across the street from the ocean or on the ocean, and then they get in their golf cart from there and drive all the way down Ocean Boulevard and go over 17 and into Market Common.
Yeah. So
the point is, you're right. it depends on the lifestyle too. Market
Yeah.
Common's great if you like shops and things like that and you want to walk around.
But you
And
can't
restaurants and
want
bars.
privacy and space, because
Well, yeah,
there's so many different neighborhoods in the Market Common and different types of homes. But the common denominator is they're all on teeny tiny land, or if it's not a condo or a townhouse.
but that's
your
not the
lot is
kind of
very
living
small.
you're getting when you do that. If I want to be like walking around shops every night, I wouldn't expect to have 8 acres of land or 3 acres
No,
of
for
land.
sure.
So it's not like.
And the thing is, there's so much outdoor space. There's parks, there's walking trails, there's the lakes, and but the athletic fields, and so much to do outside of your own property there, that you have that space, but you don't have exactly the privacy within your own home lot acreage. But again, if I was younger, or maybe even like Hudson moved out, I think that'd be such a fun place.
So
to
you're
live.
saying you would live in Market Common if Hudson was out.
I
Now
think
I
that-
have a big decision to make here
Uh-oh, yeah.
because I have to decide, or am I coming with you?
What do y'all think? Let's take a vote. Should he come? Do I want him to come?
So, yeah, that's a better question. So
Oh my gosh.
so then the other question is, if you came here and you didn't have a family,
Yeah.
where would you choose to live? Where would you choose to live?
If I did not have a family,
If you
again,
didn't have a-
Market Common.
Okay, I'm talking about you. I was thinking you just meant like right now, as you like retired maybe or
Oh,
something.
no,
but-
no.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
if I was younger.
let's say
for
you
sure.
come here now all over again. You don't know what you know now, but
Mhm.
would you start again in Carolina Forest?
Yes, I would. I love it so much.
Okay.
I think it's so great. I mean, for all the reasons we've talked about a million times, there's neighborhoods for everybody, different price points. You can access the Intracoastal if you like boating or any kind of water activities like that. You've got the rec center. They're just about to open up a new playground at the Carolina Forest Recreation Center that looks amazing. It's opening on August 13th, so that's coming up. There's just so much for families and things to do. We've been extremely satisfied. We're going into our third neighborhood in Carolina Forest. My mom's lived in 2 different neighborhoods outside of us, so it's between us and my mom. That's 5 neighborhoods in Carolina Forest that we've kind of had family or us living in. So we've gotten a good taste of a bunch of the communities.
We know them really well,
and we love it.
There's no better way to figure it out. But
we have friends that are mad at us because they prefer the beach side. They prefer the Dunes Club communities, maybe the Grand Dunes communities, or Pine Lakes.
Yeah.
So,
and I love all those neighborhoods. They're all great. It's just a different feel. And it
It's
also
totally different.
It also had to do with our business. You know, when we were starting our business and where we wanted to be for that.
we
Centrally
wanted
located.
easy access to everything. And
Schools.
has
And
that.
not saying the schools in Myrtle Beach are bad or anything, but that's just where we felt like we wanted to be.
Yeah.
Um,
But Dunes Club is on the ocean side,
mhm.
older established homes. There are some lots being sold, so there are some newer buildings, but for the most part, they're older homes
Yeah.
for the area. And they have the only true private country club in town that you have to have an equity membership, and you have to have people essentially give you a letter of recommendation to even join, and all of it, if they have an opening.
No, it's a great place, a great club. We have a lot of great friends that live in there
And they love
around
it.
there, and they love it, and we love it. It's a nice place.
It's great, yeah. It's
It's
got
just-
a good feel,
I think
old
it's-
school feel.
It's what the people deal with, no matter what state and area you live in. I feel like this goes on everywhere. Where I grew up in Indiana, just outside Chicago, where I grew up in the neighborhood I grew up in, all my friends left and then they came back, and now they're buying the homes that their parents own, and they're either fixing them up or changing them or just living in them. And that happens probably in every community. The kids come back and then now it's the next generation. But it's a great area. If I had the time to golf a lot, then there's no doubt I would be way more interested, but we just don't.
That's where the PGA does golf tournaments,
Yes,
because it's such a beautiful course.
It's very pretty.
Gigantic alligators, but you know,
No.
it is.
Yeah,
Oh my
don't
gosh,
live there
it's
if you
crazy.
don't want to get eaten by an
It's
alligator.
crazy. But that's like a real traditional type Myrtle Beach neighborhood, whereas Grand Dunes is more of the newer neighborhoods, I mean,
Yeah, but
early
it's also a
2000s, I'm
certain
saying, is newer.
style.
It's
Certain
a
style.
certain.
Mediterranean.
A lot of it's Mediterranean. There's a lot of different sections of Grand Dunes, and one of them is highly secured. So if you are looking for a second home or not here a lot, traveling, and you want the highest security level, I would say in town, don't you think that's probably the highest security neighborhood
Yes.
that I've been?
Easily.
Even other neighborhoods that have guards at the gate, it's still not as secure, I feel like.
Well, a lot of
as
places
Grand
here
Dunes.
have gates and but they don't have a guard. And then the
Yeah.
ones that do have a guard, it's just like, okay, it's yeah.
This is like you have to go through like Fort
Yeah.
Knox to get in there,
Yeah,
but it's beautiful. They also have a golf course. They have an ocean club on the ocean that all the Grand Dunes communities can be a part of, and that's a really good plus for those. And they're on the east side of the Intracoastal Waterway, so you don't have to cross over to get to the beach.
That's right.
That's a really nice neighborhood. I would say I think not as many families and young children as our area would be.
No,
personally, that's how I feel about it. But I can see being very happy living there, especially if you were traveling a lot and it was Hudson and I would feel very comfortable living there. And it's beautiful.
No, it's very pretty. So is there anything we don't like about neighborhoods in Carolina Forest, or anything else you want to add about the neighborhoods?
Well, I think anywhere in town, and we're just talking about Myrtle Beach, and there's other places in Murrells Inlet and Pawleys Island and North Myrtle Beach that are lovely too, but it all depends on your stage in life and what's important to you. But I think all around town, the common theme is that we're experiencing so much growth before infrastructure. So the annoying part of Carolina Forest when we first moved here was Carolina Forest Boulevard was 2 lanes and terrible accidents, and it was horrible. And now it's been widened. It's got medians. It's got stoplights. It has walking paths that go the whole way on Carolina Forest Boulevard. But now River Oaks is experiencing what Carolina Forest Boulevard used to, and they're just building nonstop. And same thing with the accidents and traffic and stuff. So I love it. We still live in Carolina Forest and I do love it, but there's some neighborhoods that are harder to get in and out of. I'm like a really big safety driver.
Oh my
driver. So I'm like, I want a neighborhood.
She's going to start talking about stoplights.
Yeah. So I wish they put stoplights at every neighborhood to get in and out of, but that to me is important. Proximity to hospital is important to me. So I'm like that. So those are important things to me, and that's what goes into my decision making. So yes, pulling out of certain neighborhoods on River Oaks is like, you're like, every time you go to pull out. So they do have plans to widen
that. Just comes back to infrastructure. So they just they'll get there, but there's a lot of still new development, a lot of growth. There's still a lot of land that they're clearing, which is unfortunate and a good thing we have it. But I hate to see a lot of that get cleared because there's, all the golf courses that are getting nixed. And
I was just talking to somebody about that yesterday because it's, a lot of golf courses are still doing really well. You see cars there all the time. They seem super busy. And then all of a sudden you hear that they're closing because the owner decided it was worth more to sell it to a developer for residential housing.
Yeah. And
a lot of times it's zoned where they can do that. And that's where they see, I guess, the most value. And it's unfortunate for all the people that love to golf those courses or live on those courses to see that. And then driving by, you used to see these beautiful golf courses and now some of them have been turned into just houses right there off the road. So, but we still have a lot of beautiful golf courses, but
well, we're the golf course capital of the country. Okay. So secret hotspots, restaurants. What are places that people don't know about that we wouldn't tell them about?
Well, let's not tell them about. What the heck?
Should we just not tell them?
No, I think we learned the hard way. Remember when we first moved here and we went to all the tourist places that are just advertised heavily and they're on Restaurant Row on Kings Highway, and that was, and then we were like, wait a minute, this is not real seafood or whatever.
But this come a long way.
It's
In
come a
14
long
years,
way. Oh my gosh.
In 14 years, the food scene here has gotten way better. And
Yes.
it's got a ways to go. But here's what I think is great about Myrtle Beach. One is you're going to have all the things you have when you go on a beach destination, beach vacation. The candy, the taffy,
Surf
the
shops.
fried foods, the fries, all that
Buffets.
jazz. Buffets, all of it, burger joints. But the local scene has gotten way better with things like Tenfold Biscuits, 44 and King. We've always had Hook and Barrel. Now we have, you got Lekker Eats, which is that took over the old Croissants. Croissants is still here. Yeah, there's a lot of good new restaurants coming. Cantina Imperfecto.
Yeah, we love that. So good.
Yep, and those are all different spots that you could check out. Great for different things.
Not just good, just like trendy and cute too. So like more upscale food, also more options for vegan, gluten-free. Used to not really have much of anything.
No, there was almost nothing.
And now there's a lot of variety around town for that.
River Oaks Pizzeria, Full Belly Barbecues out there, Tavern, River Oaks Tavern, and the new South Coast Brewery.
Oh yeah,
the food there is really good.
It's very good. You would not know for a brewery, but it's it's a really fun hangout spot.
Yeah.
The nice thing is we do have a lot of restaurants now. When they redid Barefoot Landing and then they redid Broadway at the beach, they added restaurants with more of entertainment for children. Like they used to have a few with little playgrounds outside, but now they have so much. They have cornhole and all kinds of things that you can do while you're waiting for your food, or your kids can do, so you can like enjoy yourself while they're playing, while the food's coming. There's so many spots like that aren't just kind of touristy stuff. It's actually good food and a fun atmosphere. And then we've gotten even places like Pop Stroke and just like cool, trendy stuff. Because we used to have just the regular putt-putt, like the typical, stereotypical putt-putt golf. And now we get the more trendier.
Cool. We have Top Golf, Pop Stroke, in the Insomnia cookies.
These all came in the last decade. I mean, we have jumps, leaps and bounds.
I think
offerings.
Redoing Barefoot Landing, Crooked Hammock, they also do their own beer there. Lulu's. What's the Taco Mundo? What's the Hawaiian place?
Oh yeah, Big Chill Island House.
So we could name restaurants till we were blue in the face.
But the Barefoot Landing is a good place if you want to have dinner on the Intracoastal Waterway. There's a lot of actually good restaurants, even though it is a tourist destination. There is good restaurants there to eat on the Intracoastal Waterway.
That's right. So there's just a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to think if there's anything that people don't know about. I mean, we just named a bunch of stuff that people probably don't know about, but anything else that's like, hey, that hidden gem or that.
Well, it's kind of hidden, but it's inside the tourist location is New York Prime. You really wouldn't know. It has one billboard, but it's always jam-packed and it's a lot of locals there.
Oh, but we got a great question.
Okay.
It's time out. We got to answer this question for somebody. So, Make Life Make Sense wants to know from Indianapolis, 26 years headed our way. What is Forest Brook like?
Mm-hmm. So Forest Brook is just to the side of Carolina Forest area on the other side of 501. And it kind of goes over to where the Socastee area is. So it's there are some newer communities. It's also a lot more older established communities in other parts of town. It has also experienced a lot of growth. So right now they are in the midst of a big widening project in the Forest Brook area. Road widening. Did I say road? Road widening project. So that is going to be good for the area, but for the next few years, I know it's very frustrating to live through road projects and delays that those cause. So that is something to just be aware of if you're planning to move there. And then you're like, oh my gosh, the first 4 years is like a nightmare on this road project.
Yeah, for sure. Coming from Indianapolis, though, I spent a large portion of my life in that area of Indiana. And obviously the weather, night and day, You know,
Yeah.
traffic, nothing compared to what you'll find up there, and lots more to do, I would say, for sure. So
Yeah.
but
Forest Brook's
Forest
about
Brook is a
20 minutes ride to the beach.
yep
So not too far from the beach. And there's still a lot
popular.
of families there. It's a little more affordable than some of the neighborhoods in Carolina Forest area, which is good. And like I said, there's new construction popping up along in pockets in Forest Brook, but there's a lot of really older established neighborhood. If you like the trees and things like that, there is communities. The newer ones, they cut down all the trees, let's just be honest. But the older established neighborhoods do have a lot of those big oak trees and all of those hardwood trees here.
And if you have questions, like more specific about Forest Brook, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd be glad to help you. Our information's here. But Forest Brook's a good area, growing fast.
And if you have kids going to Coastal, you can get there the back way through that area, you know, or if you want to go over to Market Common, or that you can kind of get to a lot of different pockets of town depending on your needs and what's important to you. But the big caveat is that Forest Brook widening project, because I think everybody in that area is going to be affected by that road construction. At the end of the day, it's going to be a good thing. It really needs it, but that is coming. Yeah. And also make sure if you're looking at a house that is along that corridor, that you understand that there is road widening coming, because you don't want to buy something that backs to that and then you realize like part of your yard's taken up or you're closer to the street.
Yeah,
and that's happening. And people should be disclosing that, but you can't always count on that. So that would be my tip for that.
What are some things that surprised us about the area?
Black bears. We've said that a million times. Black bears is one of the biggest things. Also, I think the other biggest thing for me, besides the black bears, was I was completely shocked that people, like regular people, lived here, not retirees or vacationers. Not that retirees aren't regular people, but you think of
those retirees.
You think of Myrtle Beach as either people are retiring there or people are partying there. That's like my preconceived notion of the area.
Isn't that what it's like?
And we did come and vacation here, and that's what we thought, because we only were going to those specific parts of town. And so when we moved here, we did not have any intentions to live here. We were like, that's just a place, like a quick stop for us. And when we found out that it was an actual town, people live, work, families, like there was so much going on. And it's been an amazing place. We had our son here and have raised him, and it's literally been the best experience. There's just so much to do.
There's never a dull moment. There's no doubt about it. But it's also like there is an adjustment, though. I mean, you're living in a vacation area.
Yeah.
I mean, which is weird. I mean, you just forget. Like, I love it too, but you drive out and you're like, you're doing your normal thing on a night, and then you see people there that are having pina coladas and umbrella drinks, and you're like, what is happening right now?
Showing oceanfront condos or going to our rental properties, and then I'm up in the elevator in like a nice dress and heels, and people are in bathing suits and flip-flops and having a drink and a great time, and I'm like, man, you know, we do live here, but it's a great office to be able to go to the beach and see the ocean and show condos. But we don't, living here, I think at first we took more advantage, I feel like, of the ocean and being here. And as you get into your daily grind, it's easy to
forget where you're at.
Yeah. And just kind of get into your routine of doing things and not make an effort to go to the beach more often. And I think every time we do, we're happy about going. But the beach is like 15 minutes from our house, if that. 5 minutes from our office, right where we are right now. So we're always by the beach. We just never really go onto the beach. So
do you have a favorite place around the beach that you like to shop at or go to?
Well, that I like to shop at?
Yeah.
I mean, I would think the boardwalk would be the only real place.
I'm talking like clothes and stuff and that kind of a thing.
Oh, well, I found a boutique called Pink and Red. That's probably my favorite place in town. If y'all know me or see me on the videos, I'm usually in Lily Pulitzer. I love the bright colors. It's so beachy. So, and they're so sweet. Jessica and her whole crew there are amazing. So shout out to Pink and Red. What
Yeah.
about you?
I don't really do any shopping, so, and if I do, it's online. So
I guess I shop too much. You can't do any.
yeah, I just do. I'm online, but I was
we
gonna
have
say
so many cute boutiques though in town.
yes, there are
in
nice boutiques.
Conway, in Myrtle Beach, sprinkled throughout.
Is Finders Keepers the children's boutique?
Finders
my mom's
Keepers
friend,
is,
I think it's Finders Keepers.
no, that's
sure.
not. It's that's.
I don't know. Maybe it's
yeah.
not. There's a little children's boutique right about 60th.
Yeah, 60th.
Yeah.
Across from Pink and Red.
Yeah, across from Pink and Red, right by the Kirk's ice cream.
Mhm.
Forget the name. But what I was going to say was, even though if you are looking for shopping, because that's probably one of the things that Myrtle Beach still lacks, and there's outlets and stuff.
We have
Lots
two
of
full
outlets.
outlet
There's a
malls.
ton of outlets. So
Two.
it depends on what type of shopping you're talking about. But if you're talking about, now, if you're talking really good food and you're talking really good, like, shopping, it's only 2 hours from Charleston.
Yeah. And
So
I
if
wouldn't
you
even
want
say
that.
like really good shopping. I would just say the high end.
High end,
shopping.
sorry. High end.
We moved here. We lived in Charlotte before here, and you had Tiffany's, Louis Vuitton. You know how you had South Park, which was like the fashion mall, and some other beach towns do have fashion malls. We don't have that here. We have regular malls. We have all the normal like Belk, JCPenney, Kohl's, and
Typical beach.
and then all of it. We do have some designer stores in the outlet malls. We have 2 full outlet malls. So to me, the shopping has everything I need in it.
Yeah.
But if you were looking for something special, unique, a little higher end,
Yeah.
then yes, Charleston would be. So it's an hour and a half.
But
So easy.
what's great about this area is the location to other places. So you have 2 hours Charleston, 3.5 Charlotte, 3.5 Raleigh, 1 hour Wilmington, roughly, maybe an hour and a half, Wilmington, North Carolina. I mean, you are really centrally located to a lot of different places,
Yeah, a lot
maybe
of good
5
places.
hours to the mountains like Asheville.
And that's why a
So-
lot of people drive in, and we have such a big drivable tourism industry in Myrtle Beach, which we've talked about because it is easily accessible, which is also a benefit when you live here because you can also vacation other places easy.
Mhm.
In our Myrtle, we've talked about this also. The airport is so adorable. The first time we ever moved here, we went to fly, and a guy picked us up in a golf cart, and he drove us from like here to here because it was so
Yeah,
close
yeah,
to the
yeah.
parking. It's since opened up more terminals and gotten bigger. They're making a whole parking deck now because it has grown so much since we first moved here.
For sure.
But we both looked at each other like, what is happening? And he was so sweet and like just dropped us off at the front door. And it's just such a cute, easy, accessible new airport. And there's not many direct flights.
No.
I mean, unless you're going to
You gotta go to
places that the
Atlanta or
tourism
Charlotte.
comes from.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to go like international or something like that, you have to make a layover typically, like you said, in Atlanta or Charlotte.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a downside from when we lived in Charlotte. You could go a direct flight most places
For sure.
from that airport.
Yeah. I think the airport's great. I do a good chunk of flying. And it is always great to go from like one crazy airport,
Yeah.
land in Myrtle Beach, and it's like
When we step off the plane in
it's
Myrtle,
so quiet. It's like you step back in
clean,
time. It's clean.
It's
It's
new.
quiet.
Yeah, and it's easy in and out. It's great. We do love it. It's just you have to like take a step to get then to your final destination. But the airport was a surprise. It was precious. I love our airport here.
Yeah,
So-
it's cool. Anything else that surprised you about living here in Myrtle Beach?
Well, the airport, the
Trying to think
families
of anything else
living
that
here.
surprised us.
The black bears was crazy, but
Yeah,
um,
I don't really. There was much that surprised
Yeah.
me. Maybe the number of visitors we get. I realize that a lot of people come to Myrtle Beach, but when you put a number on it, I think
Yeah,
it's like
millions.
a million a week.
a week, yeah.
That's crazy during the season. It's a lot of people.
Which I think the downside, especially having a son that is not too far away from driving, is driving here is crazy. You have tourists that don't know where they're going and they just do stupid things at the last second. And you have also a lot of people from different areas moving here,
Yeah.
from the north, from the south, and all regions have a little bit of different driving ways that they
Yeah.
do, and they might not mesh sometimes. I'll slow down because I grew up in the Carolinas and let people out, and people will be tailgating
Yeah.
me and annoyed. So that's the
will-
hard part.
I will say, if there's things that I would say surprise me, I don't know that they surprise me, but they're things that I like that we haven't talked about. But I think it's great. We don't do this as much as we should, but you can go down the beach, and it's like any beach town where there's like little towns next to each other, and they all are a little bit different. They have their own personality. So as you go from like Cherry Grove to North Myrtle Beach to Windy Hill to Myrtle Beach, Polly's, Merle's, Surfside, Garden City, all of it. As you go, and then all the way down as you're on your way to Charleston, Georgetown, it's just neat to take that drive, in my opinion. And they all have great restaurants and great things to do. And so it's really just fun to explore almost and go to like another town and then just be like, okay, let's try this restaurant. Let's go do this thing and try this shop. And you could do that all the time. And Merle's Inlet and the Marsh Walk and Merle's Inlet. I mean, there's so many different places and restaurants. It's amazing.
You could really staycation here all the time. You drive 45 minutes from your house and you're at a different beach town and you feel like a totally different vibe, like you said, or different restaurants that you don't normally go to. And then you just drive home. I mean, it's so easy. And again, that's why it's been so fun to have Hudson here, because all of the fun things around us to go do as he's been growing up in different stages, it's been wonderful. I think he takes it for granted 100%. He thinks, of course, he does.
I would too. I would totally too. I would love to know if you have considered living anywhere near Myrtle Beach, in Myrtle Beach, like make life make sense. So, are you moving here? Have you thought about moving here? How long have you been here if you are here? And, I'm just interested to see, are there any places that we didn't mention that we should have? Yeah. What places are out there that maybe we have to discover still? We've been here 14 years and still discovering, different places, different things to do. But there's so much, and that's what's so great about it here. If you love the outdoors and you want more sun and more things to do and more opportunities to be outside during the year, someone that has grown up north with the winter, you can't beat it. I know. Yeah. But I love snow, and that's why I love the mountains. I just don't want 6 months of gray, and that's different. And so, going for a week or two or a month even to the mountains and seeing snow, but then you come back and it's like 11 months of beautiful weather.
We are really beautiful most of the year.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Really, not like Florida, but we also don't get as hot as Florida.
No,
they don't
get
as
hot
cold as we do.
It's hot here. It's real hot.
It's so our friend from Indiana said that they are retiring, so that's good. I mean, it's a great place, and we've had a lot of like, for example, Del Webb has two big communities in town, one in North Myrtle and one in Myrtle Beach, which is an active adult community. And we used to have active adult communities, but not that big brand names.
I'm not sure I like how you're saying active adult.
It's 55 and up, but active adults, yes.
Only because I'm going to be 50 and I'm close. So.
He can get us the senior discounts. But there's a lot of good places. A lot of our clients love the Merle's Inlet area to retire in. They're really attracted to that part of town. I don't know if you've looked into that or if Forest Brook is where you're at because of certain things that are drawing you to that location, but we can certainly point you in the right direction. There's something for everyone. So I think we did a personality map video for different parts of town, but that really is the most important thing is what is important to you.
Yeah.
And then which area would fit the best. Polly's Island, we have a lot of people that love that area. It's just not as much shopping and things. You have to drive up to Myrtle Beach to do a lot of that. So if you're liking the conveniences of Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's, like the big box stores, Target, all that stuff, like there's more centrally located, and then there's outskirts towns, Conway, Polly's,
Yeah, if you go to Polly's and you go to the hammock shops, go to Biscuit.
We love it, yeah.
Go to Biscuit.
Good milkshakes there.
Yeah, with
so good.
Some people say they like them because they have alcohol. Some of them have alcohol.
You don't have to.
You could do that. I don't know that I would.
You wouldn't know anything about that.
Anything about that. or what is it, Frank's Outback.
Yeah, he loves
And
that because your name's Frank.
one of the best things we talk about, Tiffany and I love Christmas.
Yeah.
And if you love Christmas, Night of a Thousand Candles at Brook Green Gardens. And that's amazing. That is really cool. There's so many things, but yes, that's just one of them.
There's so many Christmas shows.
We did a video on the Christmas light show.
Yeah,
is it Myrtle or North Myrtle?
North Myrtle at the rec center. Yeah, there's so many things to do. But I think the nice surprising thing is we have changed so much and gotten so much since even we moved here. And to have a city that's constantly bettering itself, like right now they're renovating the downtown area of Myrtle Beach, and they have torn down a lot of old bad motels in town. They redid Barefoot Landing, they redid Broadway at the beach. There's all of these things going on and revitalizations around town, just keeping the area nice and fresh and bringing in new people and new restaurants and new shops. And it's so refreshing to see a town that I feel like you can invest in, and they're also investing back into the neighborhood or into the community as a whole. And it's so great to see. We just, and it's attracting people, which is attracting bigger stores. So we just got a Trader Joe's, which we were super excited about. Woo-hoo! And, we're getting these bigger name brands coming to our area with all of the growth we're seeing. So it's just getting better and better every year if you can deal with the growth, traffic and stuff like that. But the traffic here is just not as bad as Raleigh or Charlotte.
If anything says top tier growth, it's Trader Joe's.
It is Trader Joe's. Shout out if you like Trader Joe's. We're like shouting out to all the stores.
Yeah, I hope they better contact us.
Wholesale.
Yeah, the heck.
Yeah.
I think that's we covered most of it. Anything else?
Conway is adorable. So Conway has gotten totally different. They're revitalized too since we moved here.
And Anto's.
Amazing.
Let's give a shout out to Anto's. So Anto's is a pizzeria in Conway. They won an award in Italy for best focaccia. And their pizza is great. They're in downtown Conway.
They sell out fast. They have a line out on the street when they open. And we tried to order pizza to take to our family at home because we went on a little lunch date there.
No pizza for you.
Yeah, they were like, you're at the maximum amount of slices allowed. So we
didn't even order. You got to tell them how many though, because everybody's like, how many pieces did you get? 7 pieces. We tried to get 7.
Yeah.
So 7 pieces.
But they make so much dough a day, and once they sell out their pizzas, they're just done, and that's it. Like you could be in line for an hour, and then you get up there and they're like, just sold out, sorry. But it's so fun. But they've totally transformed Conway, and they are renovating all these parts of the downtown, and new really good restaurants are coming in there. It's so adorable. They decorate it like amazing for every holiday. Halloween is what they're known. Well, Christmas in Conway, but Halloween is really their big. They turn their name to Halloween Town USA when it's Halloween time. But it's got such a great identity. Even since we've lived here, it's totally changed. It's an adorable river town, just 30 minutes outside of Myrtle Beach. So great place to be, and still close enough to the beach, but then it's more of a small town feel there.
For sure.
So, but really cool. That's the other thing about living in Carolina Forest is we're so close to, we're in the center of all these towns like Merle's Inlet, Pawleys Island, North Myrtle Beach, Conway. So it's easy to access all the parts of the Grand Strand. And I love all the parts of the Grand Strand. They're all great, like Frank said, in different ways. And they have their different personality and different vibe and restaurants. And so it's so fun to be able to access all of them regularly.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree. It's a great place. So I think overall, 1 to 10, what would you give living in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, somebody asked me like where would I want to go if I wasn't here? And I can't even think of, honestly, I love it so much here. I do. I give it a 10.
Okay, we're on different pages. Don't get me wrong. I love Myrtle Beach. There's places I could go. I could see like a small mountain town.
He likes the mountains. So.
I could also see in the Keys in Florida.
That's too remote for me.
Give me a boat where I can just jump in and fish.
Yeah, no, that get old fast.
Well, that's two things I think I can see. All right. So anyway, though,
I
Myrtle
know,
Beach is
but
a
I give
great
it a high
place.
rating because to me, it's a fun town with all the tourism, great things that it brings, things to do. But then you also have all the nice homes and neighborhoods and like people living here to enjoy everyday life too.
Yeah.
So I think it's very unique. The temperature is not too hot, not too cold. It's very beautiful in the fall and the spring. I just think like so many things about it. And like you said, it's close to a lot of places that you can visit that are great, even the mountains, Frank. And so I just love it here. And we moved away. I was in Wilmington when we met, North Carolina, which is a coastal town. And then we moved inland to Charlotte for many years. And it's so nice to be back at the beach. And I never thought I'd really like anywhere as much as Wilmington. But I kind of like it better here. All my Wilmington people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Dirty Myrtle. Dirty Myrtle. Yeah. I hate that it has such a bad reputation.
Well, that's good. It'll keep people away for a little bit.
Yeah. It's like a secret hidden gem that, yeah.
Well, I'll still take my, there's not, maybe I could have two places, like a ranch in the mountains with some horses, some animals.
Yeah. That's
you
Farmer,
ready? You excited?
Farmer Frank.
You excited?
Farmer Frank.
Because I know a lot about farming. Yeah. Okay. So sounds like Tiffany would give it, you never rated it.
Well, I said
a 10.
Like, fine. And then so 9.
All right. I would
Traffic
give it,
could be better and less accidents.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not perfect, but it's great.
I wouldn't think 7.5 doesn't seem great.
Well, because there's a lot of things that it doesn't have, so I have to give it.
Tell us about it.
Well, I just told you, like I'd like some mountains, some
some
better,
mountains.
Cooler weather. This is taxes are low, which is good.
Snow. We get to get snow last year.
We're lacking in snow.
It was like the 3 inches. It was a lot for us.
My favorite time of the year is fall, and this goes straight from summer to winter. Fall is kind of non-existent. True. Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm from up north.
It's just nice and then nice and then nice and then cold.
Yeah. I want a fall. I want a real fall where it's like cool weather for a couple months and it's cooler at night. That is fall. This is not fall. So if you want to come here and you're looking for fall, this isn't your place.
Yeah. If you love we do.
You'll hear people say we have all the seasons. That's not really true.
We do have all the seasons.
You do, but it's
they're like differentiated.
It's a hot fall.
I say it's a very nice, comfortable fall.
You wear
70s
a North Face fleece in the summer.
This is because they blast the AC everywhere.
But you think
it's
great
a tip for everybody.
So
bring a cardigan or a jacket because everywhere in town they put it down to like 50 degrees inside around here.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that.
I have to use my heated seat in July. I get so cold.
So ridiculous.
So I guess you're right. Humidity is big here. So, we do have that. We do have humidity during the summer.
It's a great place. It's great for families. And overall.
We could go on and
thumbs
on
up review of
good.
Myrtle Beach.
Okay, that's good.
So next week, we may do a live. We may not. I get back Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. He's out of town.
But maybe. We're a maybe. We'll let you know. We'll post and let everybody know if we're doing something Thursday. Otherwise, either next week or back on the week after. But hopefully, if you guys have questions, let us know. But let us know where you're watching this from. If it's later and you didn't see it live, and let us know, what your favorite spots are. And if you have questions about buying, selling, renting, investing, short-term oceanfront rental, anything.
Or we can focus videos on certain parts of town. If you're like Forest Brook, if you're interested, we can put together something for that.
Yeah, we can do on any topic. So anything that you're looking for, that you're looking to get more info on, or you want honest take, let us know.
Yeah, there's probably other people out there thinking the same thing. So it helps everybody, So.
All right. Until next time, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you next week or the week after.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, everybody.